they created 2 courts to allow people to come in. What is surprising is that even after doing that, then the following were arrested as they were trying to access to court. Julius Kanene Boche, Jason Macharia Muriri, Julius Kanene Boche, Jason Macharia Muriri, James Ghana Mwangi. Number 1 is Julius Kanene Boche. Number 2 is Jason Macharia Muriri. Number 3 is James Ghana Mwangi. Number 4 is James Maina Mwangi. Number 5 is a young man who assists me in my office called Simon Mbugwa Waitira. They are in police custody. They cannot access court. In addition, 2 or 3 accused persons are not present because when we broke, four, when we went out to arrange the logistics, they went to take a cup of water and then they were restrained. So this is an emerging issue because we are dealing with the issue initially and they concluded that we are proceeding. Now, it is emerging that the police are so determined because as we went out, and Mr. Njenga can bear me witness, there are 2 police vehicles that have blocked this road, one on the southern side and the one on the north, where you cannot access the road technically because they have blocked the road. So, Your Honor, these constitutional provisions that have been read to you by my learned colleague, particularly Article 48 of the Constitution, are not just paper aspirations. They are not just declarations. It is our Constitution. And if you look at the Article 3(2) of the Constitution, it is very clear that each one of us has a duty to uphold the Constitution and defend it. When you look at the preamble, Your Honor, so that we are all on the same page, you look at the preamble, it is very clear. It states that recognizing the aspirations of all Kenyans for a government based on the essential values of human dignity, equality, freedom, democracy, social justice, and the rule of law. That is our aspiration.
And human rights.
The aspiration that we are governed by the law, so that all of us are subjects of the law. But we are now beginning to see that the police are the law into themselves because they are defying the courts, they are defying the lawyers, they are defying themselves. So they are defying everybody. So we wonder which kind of state is this. And any state officer, Your Honor, no matter how high ranking they are, who are advocating for this kind of anarchy that we are seeing out here, that officer should never be a public officer in 2027. And our cries will be heard by God that these state officers who are using impunity and the political power to harass others, they will be dealt with by Kenyans in 2027.
Not early.
So, Your Honor, I rest my case and I pray that can the police allow us to practice and proceed with our case because we came here to hear the case. But the police are preventing us from proceeding with the case.
On one aspect, then we shall leave the court to make a determination. One, granted the level of intimidation that you have experienced and you have been experiencing, we pray to the court to make an order that police officers should not appear before this court armed. Yesterday, this morning, Police Officer Constable Eric Maina came to court armed.
With 2 guns.
When they appear before this you and Yona, they don't appear as police officers. They appear as witnesses. Number two, Your Honor, note that our clients were not before you in the morning. And not that they're not within the reach of this court. They are still within the reach of this court. But the police have barred them to appear before you. So they are basically frustrating the hearing. While we are so eager, determined, vigor, and ready to proceed. You know, this is only you who can rescue us from this ignominious disrespect, violation, transgressions, intimidations of this nature. Nobody says, I want to become a tyrant. They execute actions of tyranny, and people accommodate those aspects without questioning. Eventually, you end up realizing that we have a tyrant. We have a dictator. So this is a new era where the court must rise up and defend the Constitution. As from the bar, Your Honor, from the bar, we have done enough. We have done what we could. We have protested enough, Your Honor. We have done all what we could do to demonstrate the aspects of the tyranny that this regime is trying to execute on its citizenry. So, Your Honor, I do not know what the bar can do further than that. We leave you as ourselves. We leave the Kenyans who are coming to attend this court today and the 4 accused persons at your mercy. If this baby dies, Your Honor, it will die on your hands. If the patient dies, Your Honor, the patient will die on your operation table. And the court in this case is not just a mortician. The court has the capacity to rescue the patient. And the only way to rescue the patient is to summon the police commandant so that he can understand that he is under the jurisdiction of this court. To come and tell us the reasons behind the staging of the combat. And also to tell us where are our clients. Where are our clients? Adjournment of the case is one limb, but even pursuing this issue to the logical conclusion is also another issue. Number two, the Chief Justice can also issue an address to the public to tell us that police officers have now become members of the judiciary. That is also can be taken from the Chief Justice. Otherwise, Your Honor, from where we stand, we are still willing to appear before you and proceed, being the other option, subject to the summoning of the commandant. Your Honor, rise up and protect the Constitution. Rise up and protect the miserable, vulnerable people of the Republic of Kenya who do not have the capacity and the muscle that the state is exhibiting this morning. Number three, finally, let the commandant come and tell us how unique this case is from others that are also before you. So that then we understand we are not just dealing with a question of access to justice and fair administration of justice and Article 50. We are now outside the armpits of the Constitution. We are now mundo kwa mundo. So that we understand, if I would borrow that terminology. Your Honor, I leave it to you to make that determination.